Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is looking like a top-tier multiplayer right now, but as always, there's quite a few tweaks we can make to make the game look and sound even better. I've covered a bunch already in my settings videos, but today we're focusing on the best audio settings in Black Ops 6. And to start with, we have master gain volume. For this, I recommend putting it down to 70, or certainly below 90. When you keep this on 100, sometimes you can get distorted sounds occurring, especially if your headset is also blasting. Now, obviously, most people play on headsets, where you can alter the volume anyway, along with the voice chat to game chat volume. But 70 should be good for absolutely everybody. And then when we go into the breakdown, we want to put gameplay music volume on 0. This can make the game feel a little more immersive, but doesn't really help us in the game and to get kills and things like that. For dialogue volume, put this on 50, and to be honest, you can go even lower. This is just when operators or the game shouts out quite useful information, such as UAV above or things like that. But you don't want this too high, because then it starts to override other more important game sounds, which is why we have effects volume on 100. This is things like doors slamming or footsteps. And then lastly, we have cinematic music volume. Again, can make the game sound pretty immersive, but gives us no tactical advantage, so put this on 0 as well. Now, before we get into the rest of the settings, if you want to unlock the brand new Dark Matter, Abyss, and Nebula camos in Black Ops 6, or grind them extremely quickly in bot lobbies, be sure to check out MWIII Cactus. They're the biggest and most reliable in Call of Duty, which will help you grind out the weekly events, camos, and all the unlocks completely legitimately. You can enjoy highly discounted COD points at up to 80% off. They have over 10,000 verified Trustpilot reviews, and you can use code SPRING for 5% off. Now let's get back to the settings. Then for audio mix. This year, I would say actually the Treyarch mix is actually pretty good. And this is essentially the standard mix of the game, which the people that made the game actually want us to hear. And because so much has been made of footstep audio in the past few years, actually I've noticed on this standard mix, it is a lot better. That being said, I do play with headphones, so I've just gone for the headphone setting, and to be honest, it does work very well. It has a tighter dynamic range and equalization, so those quieter sounds are brought up in volume and are a little bit more closer to the louder sounds. But because we've altered these mixes, actually that means that things like footsteps are much more easy to hear. In the past, headphone-based boost has been the go-to setting for most people, but honestly, standard headphones sounds very good this year. Obviously, if you are on a different system, such as a home theater, then you want to go with home theater, or if you're just on a TV, the Treyarch mix is absolutely fine. Then for mono audio, make sure this is switched off. This ensures that stereo audio is enabled, so we get directional sound coming to our ears. For example, if someone shoots to the left, it actually gets funneled through to our left ear. For mute licensed music, if you are thinking of making YouTube videos or streaming, then you may just want to put this on so you don't get copyright striked. For asymmetrical hearing compensation, for 99% of people, you can leave this off, but for people that are hard of hearing in one ear, you may want to switch this on, and then you can do some configuration around the frequency intensity going to each channel. Reduced tinnitus sound, switch this on. This reduces the volume of those high-pitched sounds in the game, and then for hit marker preset, putting on the default is absolutely fine. It's just personal preference, really. And then over to voice chat. I've got my voice chat volume on 50, and honestly, I wouldn't go any higher than this. You may want to even go lower. But again, it can depend on your headset, and if you are altering voice chat volumes on there. Then it's up to you if you do want to put on proximity chat or body shield chat. I've got them on because it can be a lot of fun, and to be honest, if I'm playing with my friends, often I'll just go into party chat anyway. And then the rest of these settings here are actually very subjective. They're not super important, so I'm going to leave them up to you. So they're actually all of the important audio settings to change for Black Ops 6. Hopefully it does help you out next time you hit up the game. And if you do want to get ahead on Black Ops 6 even more, why don't you join me over in one of these videos, where I go over the best graphics settings for Black Ops 6 and the best controller settings.